What is up, everyone? This is Tea Time with Robyn. I am T. She is Robyn. We are on the Building Buffalo Network, guys. Thank you.
So
Thank you. We are. What's up, Robyn? How you doing?
Oh, well, I'm in quite a mood today.
Yes.
So I think today's show is going to kind of rock.
Yes. So, no, it wasn't our Super Bowl, okay? Stop trying to play the Buffalo Bills fans and the Buffalo Bills team. It's a lot of football left to play. We all know Kansas City and Buffalo Bills is always a great game. Always. We enjoy it. We get nervous. It's exciting. It used to be like, no, not New England. No, never mind. Wasn't that. But I mean, some fans on the opposite team, not ours, but on the opposite team likes to dim our light. We could be happy, guys. We could be happy that we won a regular season game. A game. We could be happy, okay? We're fans. I'm going to celebrate. Me and Robyn said we're going to celebrate this win until we're not. Speaking of the win, the Bills won 30-21. And now they are 9-2. 9-2 since 2092. A start like that. 9-2. 6 in a row right now. I'm a happy fan. I'm a happy fan. I know you're happy.
I'm very, very happy. And I'm also very happy to be here today with my favorite friend, T.
Yes.
And I have to give a shout out.
Sabres
After Dark. They build
Sabres. What's up, Christopher?
Hi. They build they won a big one, 1-0. It was a Lindy Ruff, great Sabres After Dark game.
Oh yeah, cool.
Oh man, they beat the Kings and they were gritty, and UPL stood on his head. So go Sabres!
Go Sabres! Love it. Let me just see here real quick because I want to say it's 6 in a row. I don't think it's 5 in a row. I think it's 6 in a row because we beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 in a row. It's 6 in a row, John. So we are 6 in a row. Oh, at least 30 points. 5 in a row for at least 30 points. Got you. All right. Got you. I mean, here's the thing, though. I'm with that. I'm also with the grinding it out. I mean, you need both of those sides of your team to play that way. You need your team to blow teams out that need to be blown out. You need teams also to grind it when it needs to be grinded out. Right? Yeah. So I'm good with both sides of that. But let's get in this game. But before that, didn't I say, Robyn, Taylor Bass? Didn't I say that last week? I said there's something that may happen in this game with Bass having deja vu or not them again. And what did he do? Miss an extra point. I said, I was in my house. I said, oh, shit. I said, I just spoke about this shit on the pod. What are you doing, Tyler Bass? Come on.
But, when I went back and looked at that kick, and I think the snap wasn't the best from.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying that Reed Ferguson, and then Sam Martin had to adjust it, and he did. But
that throws you a kicker that'll throw you off.
But also, too, they were saying that it was too high. Like, what are we doing? So we don't have we have a freaking camera that can go from the goalpost to the field goal, but we don't have anything that can test where it's in or not because it's past it.
Because think of it this way, we're still measuring first downs using.
You say that every time, and I don't understand that either.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it
because it makes no sense.
It doesn't. And all you need is a laser light, folks.
That's it. You're right.
Yeah. Thankfully, it was only 1 point.
And I think
he redeemed himself. I mean,
he did.
he did redeem himself. So I'm good with it.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for coming in. We really appreciate you guys always showing up on a Thursday during lunchtime.
So cool.
During lunchtime.
I'm getting to meet some fans. It's so cool.
It's so awesome. Bill's Mafia. You guys showed up.
No doubt. Anybody that was at the game,
kudos to you.
There was a 12th man there. Totally.
Yeah.
And it started right from the get-go.
Yeah.
This game was meaningful for a lot of reasons. I especially loved the petty little response that Travis Kelce made as he was walking off the field after the game. No, tiny little.
Oh.
Just tiny little.
Whatever.
It was a good kind of thing. Okay, so, let it be known that the Chiefs and the Bills don't like each other. Right. And that's okay.
Thank you, Chris.
That is okay with me. But this game was lit for the Bills from the start. It was lit. It was well planned. It was well schemed up. The defense was out there making hay from the get-go.
Let's get into the things that we like.
Okay.
Let's get into the things because you're about to run down the list. So let's get into some of the things that we liked. You can go ahead and run them off if you haven't.
I have them. So one of the biggest things I liked was that in this game, both the offensive line and the defensive line stood tall at the line of scrimmage. Mm-hmm. And McDermott always talks about this, and he's absolutely right. The game is won and lost at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And here we are in a situation where we have a right tackle who's coming in to cover for the starter. And we have a defensive line that has been a little bit soft at times. And this defensive line against Kansas City stood tall. Mm-hmm. I'll talk about this later, but I got to give my hat off to Ed Oliver. He played a really solid game.
Yeah.
And the scheming was excellent. It was absolutely excellent. So those are some of the things that I like.
So I'm going to piggyback that when it came to the offensive line. Like you said, I think that they were physical. I truly believe Sean McDermott, Aaron Cromer put an emphasis on we need to be physical in this game. And that O-line, Josh didn't get hit. Like he didn't get sacked, rather. He didn't get sacked at all. Like Chris Jones is a wrecker. Like he will wreck your game if you allow him to. O'Cyrus Torrance, my sir, my guy. Hey. Osiris, hey.
Yes, Osiris, you had the best game I've seen you play in a long time. And he's been a solid guy since day one.
So what is it, PFF? I don't know how you grade them. I don't know what you're doing. I know the eye test is telling me this guy is holding his own.
He's holding his own against Chris Jones, please.
Not even that. So we had Vandermark, right?
Vandermark
come in because Spencer Brown, I'm tired. I'm not tired. I'm injured. So he came in, no problem. I got you. Not even those two next to each other. They were just handling him, passing him off. Not even that. Deion Dawkins go down. What did you do? Okay, hey Vanny,
move over to the left side.
Hey Van, move over to the left side, okay?
And he said, left side and
Marin, gotcha.
And Guriage that came in, it was like, and that's the thing, and I've said this before in the pod, but I have to say it again. Aaron Cromer, Pagula, just open up the checkbook and pay the man whatever he needs.
Yeah.
Because what he does in developing offensive linemen is a thing of beauty to watch. It's a thing of beauty to watch. We have the deepest offensive line,
we do,
in my opinion, than I can ever remember a Bills team having.
I don't want to test it. I don't want to test it.
I don't want to test it either, but it held up.
It
under
did.
that test, it held up, and that's good. And Osiris Torrance doing what Osiris is doing is only going to help James Cook, because those seams that he's
Yeah.
opening up are a thing of beauty. And that 4th and 2 play by Josh, that
Yeah.
I was listening to Dan Orlovsky talk about it, and you look at who's the hero on that play when you dissect it, and who was there? Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
3 penalties for only 24 yards. Christopher, that's a really good point. And another thing that we should be mentioning as a positive in this game, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't. How many did they have? Any preset snap penalties? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it was more of holding.
But
Yeah.
wow, what an improvement. And you need to have a clean game against a
Yeah.
team like Kansas City. You
You
got to
do.
do it.
You do. I was just taken aback. I'm not gonna lie. I just knew Chris Jones, he can go on either side, left, right, middle. He can line up against anyone. Against anyone. And I mean, hats off to the O-line. And
Oh, man.
we've talked about Aaron Cromer this whole offseason, Robyn and I, and how impressed we were with him last year, and how
Right.
impressed that there's the same guys on this line this year, and how constantly, playing snaps together and getting to know each other and working as a unit, it's only
Development.
going to get better. And that's what we're seeing right now, week 12,
The
well,
fruits
11 right now.
Our labor, exactly.
Yeah.
Cromer's labor. Here's my other thing about Cromer, and I've talked about this many times, but it's the thing that makes him stand out so much, I think, as a coach. The players all say the same thing, that they are never asked to do something that they can't do, that they're not good at. What Cromer does is he watches these players, he sees what they're good at, and he helps develop them from their strength, from what they can do. And he teaches them, excuse me, different maneuvers based on what he thinks they can do rather than what he has in his mind. Oh, you have to do this. No, he's working with each player on their own level with their own bodies, which are different. I mean, offensive linemen are huge, but they're so different. Some of them are, longer and leaner. Some of them are, Michelin tires like Dion, and their bodies are different. So I cannot say enough about Aaron Cromer as an offensive line coach. I think he's the best in the league, and the second place person is far behind.
Yes. Also, too, we spoke about this off mic, is that the Buffalo Bills was physical. We know Kansas City is a physical team. They will test you. They will. Who's like that? Who's like that? I'm not saying they're a dirty team, but they will punch at the ball. They will do whatever they can to get in your mind. Kansas City does that all game long. But you know what the Buffalo Bills said? I'll meet you. I will meet you there too. And they came out just as physical as Kansas City. So kudos to Sean McDermott, kudos to Bobby Babbitt, kudos to Joe Brady. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This game, I'm sitting at home and saying, if Joe Brady run another damn run play, I might have to throw my TV outside. I said, but then Tiffany,
you see why he did it.
Tiffany, take it back. There's always a plan to something. Something you do in the beginning of the game is going to, I see why you did that. So I'll put the TV down,
Bring
it back in, plugged it right, bring it back in the house. I said, as you may, you can continue to watch the game, guys. But things that I did enjoy is that motion came back. They were motioning I loved it. It went away for a little bit, and then they brought it back out. I love Shakir. Shakir could just squeeze through
anything,
a little hole and just make a 2-yard. Man, and just
hands of blue,
yeah.
And like Quicksilver, he just works his way like through people. He's absolutely amazing. I think the motion was interesting in that you're talking about, in that some of it was used, I think, to confuse Spagnuolo. And I heard some podcasters talking about that, Joe Marino and others, that this was a very well thought out plan, because sometimes the motion was used as they typically do, and sometimes it was used as a way of trying to help reveal what the defense was doing. And the biggest beneficiary to that was Josh, because all that movement allowed Josh to get a feel for what the defense was doing. Are they zone? Are they man to man? And Josh is getting so good now. This season, I think he's made a very big jump in being able to read defenses and make good decisions.
Also, too, I think they simplified. Thank you for Josh too. I don't think it was just all this. This it's just like, you know what? Read this, take that there. It's like this. It was just so simple for him, and he was under center this game as well. So I mean. Look, I said this in our notes. I said the two captains was big in this game. Josh with his 4th and 2 run, even though the 4th and 2 didn't work the last time, but the 4th and 2 run, Josh was like, I'm going to take the team and put it on my back. And that's what you want your elite quarterback to do. Then you have your elite linebacker stand up and intercept the ball. So your two captains of this Buffalo Bills team showed the freak up. And I was like, and when those plays happened, I was like, oh shoot, amazing. Who are you supposed to step up? The captains, right? And they did. The two captains was just like, listen, I got it on my end, you got it on your end, deal. We're going to seal this game.
I will tell you, I am giving my greatest apologies ever for misjudging a player in my life, because I was so afraid, like everybody else, we're going to play that guy as a middle linebacker. He's light. He's what? I don't know about this stuff. So all of a sudden, we start to see what Terrell Bernard can do. And as we've seen him develop, and I think, like Josh, I think that Bernard has taken another leap up.
Yes, me too.
Okay.
If he can only stay healthy through the season.
And part of that is because he hits so hard, and he's a middle linebacker.
I know. And he's a smaller linebacker. Yeah.
And he plays much bigger than he is.
But his buddy's coming back. But before we talk about that, I have to say Bernard also got the defensive player of the week, right?
Yes,
he got a sack and an interception in this game, and he led the team with tackles as well.
You gotta let me finish, because I have something to say about Bernard.
Go ahead.
And that is that he has become literally, Orlovsky talked about this too, and I think he's right on. Bernard he knows what he's seeing almost like a psychic. So my name.
You're talking about that play, right? Are you talking about that play? Yes.
He can, but he does this. He can see what's coming before it happens. And he
was pissed off.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, he was pissed off.
Oh my God, yes. So my new name, we have our Miss Cleo.
What you got?
Miss
Cleo, write it down.
Write it down today. Miss Cleo is Terrell Bernard.
Oh, Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo. That's when I start talking about Miss Cleo from now on, you'll know who I'm talking about. Miss Cleo.
True, Bernard.
Because he's a psychic. I swear to God, he is a psychic. He changes. All my hat off to Dorian Williams. Don't get me wrong. Dorian has carried this team remarkably well when Bernard has had to go down, and he's getting better and better. So
just imagine what next year will be.
Oh my God. He's a terrorist, but he's a different kind of player than Bernard is. Bernard is this.
Yeah.
He's this. He's what I've said before. Take his brain and put it in Tremaine Edmonds' body. Oh my God, what would you have?
But you know what I think Bernard is? Bernard is a smaller version of Matt Milano, because Matt Milano also
has the same.
He's
Miss Cleo's sister.
Yeah. Well, the sister's coming back, hopefully in the 49ers game. But yeah, oof. We haven't seen those two together, and it's just
I
gonna.
know.
I'm
It's like
just
I'm thinking about, oh my God, what is this defense going to be like? And not just the two of them, having Milano back is going to make Taron Johnson even more of a terrorist.
wait. Shout out to freaking Cam Lewis.
Cam, where did he go to school?
Buff,
UB.
buff, UB, buff. He's a
Another Buffalo
he's a
graduate.
homegrown guy here in
Yeah.
Buffalo. Met him, the nicest guy, the nicest
Really?
guy. Yeah, I met him at a golf tournament. Nicest guy. The network had a golf tournament with the Buffalo Bills. Such a nice guy. Such
That's
an
awesome.
amazing guy. Yeah. I'm so happy for him. Like special
He's playing
teams
good.
and coming in. He came in. I can't forget who he came in for, but he came in and he's just making plays when he comes in. You know, it's not the Cam Lewis from the Minnesota game, right? It's the different Cam Lewis now.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad they kept him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm glad they did. Because
He's like a Swiss Army knife too, because he can play
yes.
safety, he can play nickel. If he has to, he can play on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. He is. He's like a Saran Neal, remember?
He is
Saran
totally.
Neal? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy that they definitely kept him. I just wanted to I didn't know that we, never really shout out the other team. You got to respect your opponents. And KC is a good team. And I don't care if they're playing at the elite level or not elite level, whatever you guys want to say. I don't think that they came into Buffalo and said, guys, I think we can lose this game and we'll be all right. I don't think that's what football players do, because every week is a different week and every snap is a different snap and you never know when's your last snap. So you don't want to take that lightly. So for fans on that side to say, they were just coming in here just to play, I don't think that's how that works. But if it keeps you warm at night that you lost, and then they can elevate the game and then just wipe their shoes with the Buffalo Bills, because every game that they play, it's tight. This one wasn't. So
yeah,
take it where you want. And we respect Andy Reid. We respect Patrick Mahomes, the OC over there. Like that team is a number one rushing defense in the NFL. You have to respect that. You have to respect that. But we won, okay? And I'm just gonna say that. But yeah. But we're gonna move on to, because we gotta spill some tea, guys. We got some tea to spill.
For me, come on, just spill that. Come on, just spill that. Spill that tea for me. Spill no dirty tea. Yeah, tell me everything. Come on, just spill that.
You know what I forgot? Was some things we didn't like, and I didn't really say anything. I guess I did, Tyler Bass, but
what's there to not like about that game?
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, you want to go first with your spill tea? You want me to go?
You go.
Okay. So my spill the tea is, y'all know, there's a part of the fan base that anytime something happens that's a negative, it's fire Sean McDermott. So I'm going to be the person that says, if there's something that Sean McDermott does that is great, I am going to be the person that highlighted. Okay. I'm going to be the highlighter of Sean McDermott. So Sean McDermott said, the hell with what you're saying. It's 4-2. Josh, you got your cake? Tie it up. Tie it tight. You ready? Because I'm calling it. It's on you, buddy. He was so aggressive in this game, and I appreciate it. And he knew. Here's the thing about Sean. Sean said, you can burn me once, but you won't burn me twice. I'm definitely going to be like, if you do something and it's on me, you won't do it to me again. So Sean McDermott said, I can't win and kick a field goal. 5 points. What? 5, 7. That's more. If you go down there, that's 7. So that's 7 is more than 5. So I'm going to need you, Josh, to do what you do, sir. And Josh that play.
We
I
got
was
to
like,
talk
oh,
that play.
that play. He snapped it. We knew. Soon it happened, I was like, oh, he's running. The whole time, though, he could run the whole game if he really wanted to. They was giving him the lanes. But that play, he took off. He got the first down. I was like, oh, he's going. Oh, no, he's going. My whole house just erupted like it was crazy. So kudos to Josh. Kudos to Sean McDermott. Like, I think it was a no-brainer. I just, Sean McDermott over here talking about, we're going to go for it. We're going for it. I know. Okay. All right. So, Sean McDermott, listen, salute to you, sir. I got to give you your flowers. That's my spill of tea.
That play, going back to that play, reminded me of what we used to see. Hi, Richard. What we used to see from Josh Allen when he played at Wyoming.
Yes.
That was the kind of play that you would see him do and just kind of take the game over himself, just decide that he was going to get to this point or into the end zone because that's what he was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when that play happened, I held my breath. I wasn't yelling or anything because I looked at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys tried to stop him.
Couldn't get him.
I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to wonder if some of these guys, when they see Josh coming, if they just are like, no, you get him. No, you try to tackle him. I don't
thought you was going to get him.
Want to do it.
Right.
And that's because they know if you hit Josh low, he's going to leap over you. If you try to do that, if you try to go low on him, he's going to jump over you.
Yeah.
And if
Chris said something here.
On him, he's got a stiff arm. He stiff-armed McDuffie once. And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That one? Oh, my God. I was
like Christopher said, Josh is like a tight end and a running back position who is a quarterback, who plays quarterback, which is so true, Christopher.
So true.
So true.
Right on. And this is what he does. And this is what he has done since his days, I'm sure, in high school. Mm-hmm. But you see this play developing.
Yeah.
For me, I just hold my breath. I'm like, is he going to really do this? And boom, 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 boom. And he was not going to be denied.
And not even that. They came out, so they double dipped. They came out in the third quarter. They didn't get it. They got 1, 2, and 3 and out. I'm like, But then Kansas City also 1, 2, 3 and out. I was like, okay. So, I mean, they play. I hate this game, but I love it because it brings out the competitor, and every player on the field is playing chess. They're playing chess. Andy Reid is playing. Yeah,
it's really like a playoff.
What was it? 3.5, 3.4 million people watched the game.
Oh,
that's
crazy.
How crazy this game is between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City against Buffalo.
Like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning when they used to go at it. It's a legendary rivalry, and it's so much fun for the fans to watch because they just go boom, 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 boom. And our defense and their defense kept the game from being even worse in terms of being out of control because both defenses actually played pretty well, even though there was 30 points scored and 21 points scored. The defenses on both sides didn't have a bad day.
No, they didn't. Like the score itself is deceiving because it was a good game.
It was
really a good game. The Buffalo Bills could not really run in this game.
No.
You're going against the number one rush defense in the NFL. So you knew you kind of, even though if you were getting like 1 and 2, but you were like, okay, that's setting me up for something on later on. Mm-hmm. But you felt comfortable with that. I mean, the fact that they didn't really have Ray Davis in there, you have Ty Johnson in there, should told you something then. You know what I mean?
It did. And I went back. I got to say this about Ty Johnson. He's another one to give a shout out to. Dan Orlovsky was talking about his role on third down. And I went back and looked at a couple of plays, and oh my goodness, he is learning how to pass block so well
Yes.
that you got to have him out there on third
Yes.
down. And so that's kind of, it's like, okay, what do we do with Ray Davis? Because he needs more time too. I think the answer to that is put both of them out there on occasion.
Or hey, rookie, it's fine. Just sit back and watch, and your time, we're going to play them again.
It's going to come, because the other thing is, you can tell as we get toward we got 6 games left.
Yeah.
James Cook, we want to keep him fresh. And so having him stay fresh is a big deal, I think.
Let me ask you before you get to your spill the tea. I thought they were oh my God, what's the word I'm trying to say here? Worthy. What's your thoughts on Worthy? I thought they were just targeting him a lot. So here's my little warped brain. I'm like, okay, you're showcasing Worthy because you're like, see what y'all missed out on. That's where my brain went.
Oh yes, my petty little brain went right there too.
So I was like, you know what? Whatever.
He's good. I'm still happy with Keon Coleman. Bring him back, because he's an ascending player. We haven't even begun to see what Keon Coleman is going to be able to do in this offense. And Worthy reminds me of Marquise Goodwin. Speed demon.
You're with Richard.
Really fast. And yes, trick type player, not every down receiver. That's the way Goodwin was.
Yeah.
He was kind of a one-trick pony. And whatever. That's what
he missed him on, like, Patrick Mahomes missed him on some of the throws down the field. So
exactly.
And I forgot we also have to talk about Cooper, but I want you to talk about your spill the tea though.
All right. So I'm spilling the tea about an article that I wrote for the blog. And it has to do with what Tiffany very aptly titled this podcast today, "You Can't Steal Our Joy." And I'm serious. The stuff that I read on social media is so annoying in terms of, oh, you shouldn't celebrate. You shouldn't have, you shouldn't be overly confident. You shouldn't do any of this. You got to wipe it out and think about hey, no. We are fans. That gives us the chance to be able to celebrate no matter how we want to, when we want to, whatever we want to. So a pox on all those people that are trying to tell us, you shouldn't get overly confident. It's not a matter of confidence. Winning is hard. Beating Kansas City, no matter if it's the regular season or any other time, they're 2-time Super Bowl champions. Of course you should be happy if your team beats them, especially when they were undefeated coming into the game. Oh, so garbage to all those who say that you shouldn't be overly elated about this game, about this win. I'm overly elated, and I'm going to be overly elated for a long time.
Yeah. Listen, it's every week. It's a week to week game. Guys celebrate. Like, they were even coming at players for celebrating this win. They put the work in. If anybody can celebrate this win, is the players.
Let them celebrate.
Like, they were complaining about. Thank you. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
They were complaining that the locker room was elated. They were when just last week Patrick Mahomes ran on the field on a blocked field goal and was. Yeah, like, come on. Stop, guys. Stop.
Yeah,
We're going to celebrate. We know this is not, if anybody knows, it is Sean McDermott, it is Bobby Babbage, it is freaking oh my God, Joe Brady. It's the players on this team understand that the postseason is different than the regular season. They know they have to step up.
They know what they have to do, but I'm not a player. So if I want to scream and yell and be happy about this, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Freaking A. We got to talk about Cooper. We got to talk about the fact that Curtis Samuel has came to the
he had
dance.
himself a game, didn't
Yes, finally. I love it.
he?
I love it.
I'm beginning to wonder. I thought about this. I'm beginning to wonder if the plan all along, because he has a history of turf toe,
Mm-hmm.
Curtis Samuel, that they brought him along real slowly because it got aggravated, I think, during training camp. And I believe that they may have been bringing him along slowly during the regular season and basically not overworking him because that turf, you don't want to aggravate it.
So I have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
If you're on IR,
Mhm.
can you not practice with the team?
No, you can't.
Okay. So maybe that's why.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, why did he put him on IR? Because,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
Why? And also, you only get to put, I think, 8 players on IR in a season. So you have to decide very carefully who you're going to put on IR.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's smart. That makes sense that, okay, put him out there. He's going to be a decoy. Maybe we won't use him a lot in the early part of the season. But
Right.
my guess is as they go toward the playoffs and in the playoffs, it's ball to the wall.
Well,
By
you
the
knew
time
he
the
was
playoffs come-
limited. Because when he caught that ball, I forgot what it was. Who it was. Was it I forgot who it was. He ran and they ran him down. And I'm like, that's not Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel has speed. So yeah, I think he was hurt that whole time.
I think so.
Yeah.
But as you said, and I think that's wise, okay, we don't want to use the IR position, one of the IR things for him. Put him out on the field. He'll learn the offense while he's
right.
going.
Right.
I expect, honestly, by the time the playoffs come, he's going to be much more involved. And then they will use him ball to the wall.
Yeah.
Then he'll have the off season to heal up again, because these turf toes for some people are chronic.
Yeah.
And it's like you can only get so many games out of a player that has a chronic turf toe. So that's my thought about that.
And then we have Kupu caught some amazing catches by, oh my God, that catch on the hand that had the cast on it. I'm like, wait a minute, was that and it was the hand. I was like, oh my God, over the shoulder, just reached his hand out there, caught it. And it was almost the same exact catch from the other one.
Yes.
And it was just like, Josh, and they are 2-3 games in.
They got chemistry. And this week I read that the Patriots may be targeting Amari Cooper because he's going to be a free agent after the season. And I'm thinking to myself,
down.
In your dreams, dudes. He isn't going to want to go play for your team. He's going to want to play for Josh Allen, and he's going to want to play for the Bills, because have you listened to Amari Cooper when he talks about playing?
He was excited. Did you see how excited he was? You didn't. You
He loves it. He loves Buffalo. You can tell that he feels really good and at home, and he's starting to get chemistry. And you think he's going to leave Josh Allen?
Listen,
No.
So I was in a space and someone said that, who do you know as a player leaves Cleveland and drives to Buffalo because you are so happy to be traded? He got in the car and said, what? Oh, I'm out? Deuces. And drove to Buffalo. I'm here, coach. Oh, we was going to pick you up. No, I'm here, coach. Okay. What number do you want?
We got you.
Yeah. So, yes, also, too, it was Samuel's first touchdown this season, and hopefully be many, 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 many more. I just loved how the offense looked, even though we had two guys that were off. Who was out? It was Cooper. Oh, it was 2 guys, our tight end and our wide receiver that was not playing. Yeah, so it looked different, but still managed to win this game, and it was just
big. It was big.
It was definitely big. Definitely big. Next week we are on a bye. But
because it's Thanksgiving.
Yes, Thanksgiving. And guys are going to get healthy. And
this happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's here listening to our show.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, guys. What I like about when the schedule first came out, I was like, oh my God, that's late in the season. It's late in the season for a bye. But actually, it came at a good point in the season because we got some guys, banged up a little bit. You got what's the name banged up? He didn't play. Dr. Kincaid
He's
didn't
been
play.
playing banged up all season.
Yeah, he has been.
Give him a chance to rest.
So I have to ask now: does he need surgery, Cooper?
Shakir?
No, Cooper.
Possibly.
I'm hearing that he might need surgery on his wrist.
Possibly.
Like he's going to have to play with that
after the season.
Yeah. I think Shakir got banged up, but he still played. Shakir is a tough little cookie, man.
He's not a big guy, and
he's not a big guy.
He's so hard to bring down. I love him.
Yeah, I do too.
Him.
The thing that kind of, I don't say pissed me off. It pissed me off, but it didn't piss me off. Is that this whole game, after the game, commentators, sports people, Josh has no one. Josh has to do it on his own. And I'm like, okay, time out. No, does he have no one or does he have? And not even that, we did this all without having people, right? Okay, whatever, guys. We did this all without having Diggs, Davis, Poyer, who's having an awful season. Awful. I think this might be one of his worst seasons as an NFL player. Poyer, sorry, buddy. Yeah, you went from like you crashed. All those guys are gone. And our windows closed, and we sit here 9-2.
Doesn't it feel good?
It feels incredible. It just feels incredible that the Bills are kind of having the last laugh when it comes to that, because
they're focused. They're doing what
they are so
they got their eye on the prize,
laser focused to where I don't care what you say. You said we don't have a number one. Okay, we get a mod. Shakir, I don't think he's going to be able to step up. He's stepping up. Dawson Knox, Kincaid. We got tight ends. Matt Hollins. That shocked me. Not gonna lie. But anytime you come into your job with a hard hat and a freaking vest and ready to roll, I'm with you guys.
I love him.
Because he is one of those wide receivers who is going to run that route that's going to be, I'm not the target, but I'm going to run the route like I am. And we needed that. We need that. Because guys wasn't, I wouldn't say bought in, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. So yeah, I'm so happy to see the Bills shove it down everybody's throat. Shove it down everybody's throat because they didn't know this team. So yeah. That being said, Sean McDermott said the guys are going to stay back to rehab in Buffalo off the bye to continue to do some evaluations. But the next game is December 1st against the 49ers. It's a night game. So, but get a nap if you need to. Night games are killers, but we are definitely going to be up for it and be tired the next Monday morning. But as long as it's Victory Monday, I don't care.
I'll worry about it then.
Yes, for sure. But like Robyn said, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you could do
us
a favor,
you.
And we love you, go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe to Not Your Average Podcast in the 716. Give us a follow. We appreciate that.
Hey, that podcast, but what about Tea Time with Robyn?
All of it's on there.
It's all on there? Oh.
Yeah. It's just the umbrella. It's just the umbrella. Okay, question. What did she? Kathy had a question.
Do you think they hold out until the playoffs? Oh, low effort. I don't
we
think
kind of addressed this, but go ahead, Robyn.
Thanks for the question, Kathy. That's good. I don't think so. I do think that there will be a generous use of depth players if they have a substantial lead against a team. They'll be bringing in the depth players so they can get some experience, but I don't think so. I don't think they're going to lay back because they have an eyeball on the number one seed. They want to buy.
Yeah.
And it's only one to get. And
Yeah.
so that's a very powerful reason for them to keep going balls to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see that happening either. Thank you, Richard, ladies, for always giving a great show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Chris is going to be taking that nap. I know you're going to be hyped for that nap. Thank you, Joey. Great show, ladies, and go Bills. Go Bills. Kathy
Joey.
gave you the thumbs up. Thank you for that, Kathy. Christopher, thank you guys. Always, always, always. So on that note, we're going to get out of here, and happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time. Oh, we will not be here next week, guys.
Not next week.
Yeah,
It's,
not next
it's
week.
Thanksgiving.
And we're going to take some time away as well. Enjoy our families as well. But thank you for always coming through. We love you guys. And this has been Tea Time with Robyn. And it's always Go Bills. Peace out.